Shabbat Shalom. In this week's Parshat Eikev, Vaya Ekev Tishma'un, and it will be when your heel hears the commandments. How is it possible for a heel to hear commandments? Well, the answer is as follows. The heel, as we know, is one of the most toughest parts of the body. It has the thickest skin. And normally you use a heel to crush things down. Your ear, on the other hand, is one of the most sensitive organs of the body. We all know the damage that is caused by loud music, loud noise. We also know that the ear is able to finely distinguish between different notes, different sounds, and to hear things. It's a highly sensitive organ. And thus, when we say, the Torah says, Vaya Ekev Tishmon, even your Ekev, even the most hardest part of your body, the part that doesn't really care about things, it has to be sensitive to the words that are being said, and make sure not to crush the mitzvot, as Rashi brings. But I would like to share with you another idea about what it means. The Ekev is tishma'un. Behold, the heel is the one that is going to hear the mitzvot and grab onto the mitzvot. The word Ekev means a heel, and we know that from the name of Yaakov, our father Jacob, who was born clutching onto the heel of his brother Esau. And this idea formulated in my mind many years ago. When it comes to the fulfillment and obligation to keep mitzvot, one of the common concerns I hear with regards to mitzvot is, Rabbi, it's just too hard to keep the mitzvot. There are just so many of them. There are so many rules. I just can't hold on to them. I just can't do them. And I say to my congregants, I said, have you heard of the ankle tap? And they say, what is an ankle tap? Well, in sports such as rugby or soccer or NFL, we have something, the guy gets the ball and he's running towards the try line or for the touchdown. And all of a sudden this big person goes to the tackle. And there's certain types of tackles. You get the crunching tackle where the defender grabs onto the body of the attacking fielder, pulls him down onto the ground and wins the game for his team. There are other type of things called the ankle tap, which means as the person is running towards the try line, the defender reaches out and all he can do is just tap the ankle. And as he taps the ankle, the attacking player loses his balance and crashes down, spills the ball, and the defending team wins. Everyone rushes up to this player and says, you won the game for us. What an incredible tackle. He says, I didn't do anything. I barely even touched the guy. But that little act was enough to sway him into the attacking field, the attacking player, and to win the game. And the same thing happens with our mitzvot, when we try to keep mitzvot. The excuse that we have that it's so hard and so much to do is one that I don't buy into. If we just do a little bit, if we just touch that mitzvah, you never know the effect. I'd like to share with you a story. The story goes of a little boy who's 4 years old, comes home from his preschool, and he says to his mother, Mom, we need to make Kiddush tonight. It is Friday night. He'd been to Jewish day, so kindergarten, preschool. And the mother says to the little boy, what is Kiddush? Explains to the boy, it is an act of sanctifying the Sabbath day and being a witness to the fact that God created the world in 6 days and rested on the seventh. I don't know if the child used the word sanctify, but we get the idea. The mother says, what do we use for this? So the little boy says, we must use wine. The mother says, no boy of mine, 4-year-old is drinking wine. How about we make this Kiddush on a glass of milk? The little boy looks with such excitement in his eyes. And he says to him, absolutely, that's fantastic. Let's make Kiddush with milk. And so they started. The mother, the father, the little boy started making Kiddush with milk. And this went on by weeks and weeks. And as they did more Kiddush, they suddenly started to realize they have to do more and more and more. And eventually that little boy grows up to say he wants to go to Israel and he wants to go study in yeshiva. And that little boy grows up to become the rabbi who's addressing you today. This is my story. The story of the little boy who started whose journey to Judaism started by making Kiddush on milk. Vaya Ekev Tishma'un. We never know where our mitzvot will take us. But if we can get the ankle just to listen, if we can get the ankle tap, just start doing something, you never know where it will lead us. And thus, the question I leave you with today is, what mitzvah are you going to take on? I'm not saying embrace the whole thing and try to understand the philosophy of the mitzvah. When the Jewish people stood at Mount Sinai, they made the following declaration: Na'aseh v'nishma. We will do it, and then we'll seek to understand. We'll just get involved. We'll just do something. And by doing that one little thing, taking that one step, they started a journey that led them to becoming Am Yisrael. When I made that first step of making Kiddush on a glass of milk, who would have thought that this would be the result? Vaya Ekev Tishmon. Let's just get an ankle tap to our mitzvot. Shabbat Shalom. So, do you have a story that mirrors mine? Did you have a milk story or an ankle tap that's made a difference in your life? I'd love to hear from you. Just drop a comment below, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe and hit that notification button. Speak to you later. Bye.